So, today I'd like to bring you to a tour. A tour to lead you to zoom across the 6 core element and 13 state with the iYikKam Helium Tao as a vehicle, so that you can see what is going on in it when one developing the iYikKam Helium Tao based on the concrete. Now, a words of cautions. What you know, what you're going to hear is just a knowledge. Unless you have attained it, you don't have it. It's a reference, but you must not force yourself to do any stunt, whatever I'm going through. Unless you are in the state, you don't have it. You force it, you're going to get screwed up. Okay? Because this thing is a progressive stuff. So, okay, let's go. The first thing in iYikKam Helium Tao is standing in the equal shoulder stand. The equal shoulder stand is what usually is called the 自然桩 or the natural 站桩. At this time, one will face the physical element. When one faces the physical element, one will enter into the open up state, meaning every joints now need to be opened up, including the spine and the neck, yes. Okay, not only leg and so forth, everything open up. Then one progress into the loose state. The definition of loose is meaning that under the open condition, one can move one's body in an effortless way. That is the loose state. One further then progress into the lightweight state. At the lightweight state, one feel like levitate. Only the feet ball, which is touching the ground, is like stepping on cushions. That is how it is. The body is loose. So this is what, as they call, as light as the feather. Okay. Now at this state, one will notice any part of the body when it is tense or tied up or locked. Not only outside, external, but inside. For example, the spine, the hip, the joints of the hips. And one start to notice the action and reaction force in the body. Is it counter or aiding? Or it is blocking there due to the joints or the tensing and so forth. So this is what one faces in the physical elements 3 state. And at the time, one will start to notice the spine is never still. It is moving. Okay, adaptively. Now, if we look at babies in the mother's body, one will notice the baby is moving, the spine part. Okay? So that is a law of nature of human body, which is one will sense up. Okay? Now, one progress in to the mind state. The mind state have 4 functions: the thinking, the visualizations, the intentions, and the awareness. With the awareness, one enter into the settled state, and then progress into the quiet state, and then progress into the peaceful state. As for peaceful, it is not like you're sitting down there drowsy, sleepy, or listen to the music that peace. Peaceful here meaning non-attached. Whatever outside happen or inside happen, the mind not attaching to it. The awareness is not attaching to it. And it is here one knows if one use too heavy an intention, one causing one to tense up oneself, stress and tense. So even the using of the intention, one know about the weight, how heavy or the intensity of it will cause what. Then one proceed into the breathing element. And in the breathing element, one face 4 states. Breathing with noise, panting, natural chest breathing, and then go into the full body breathing. However, between the natural chest breathing and the full body breathing, one start to notice in the inhale phase and exhale phase, if one do not follow the spine movement and the hip movement, the full body breathing cannot be attained, cannot be achieved. It is stuck. It is blockage. So one need to follow what the spine and the hip need to be done in order to achieve the full body breathing. At that state, due to the body is in a kind of oscillate or resonant way, the body start to enter into a dynamic swing. The body's weight is dynamic changing at the inhale phase and the exhale phase. At that state, one is like a willow within a light wind swaying. That state, the Chinese call it 总息法 or the hill breathing methods. The Chinese ancient scriptures say 圣人之息在于种. It means the breathing of the sage or the saint is at its heel. That's what it is. And it is swaying because the whole body is dynamically, adaptively flow. It's no longer sit straight or holding straight. It cannot be. Once you have that, the body feels stuck. The physical, the mind, the breathing element were stuck. So, anyone who practices qigong or zhanzhuang has to reach that state in order to enter the door. Before this state, one really do not know how to handle the physical body, the mind, and the breathing. And the person who want to practice the 6 healing sound, one has to attain the state, and then they practice the 6 healing sound, then their internal organ will vibrate according to the sound they make. That is a natural phenomenon. Okay? You don't use brain to think. If you get into that state, you know it is how it is. If you try to block it or do it different way, you know it is stuck. Okay? And many people in zhanzhuang try to hold thing on. Well, my opinion for that is like, have you seen a baby laying straight like a wood in a mom's body? If that happens, that means it's a dead baby. So, in order to be nature, because it's loose, lightweight, and sensitive, and flow, the body is not a piece of dead wood. Thus, that is the real 站桩. One can stand in that state with the 总息法, the heel breathing method, for hours and never get exhausted. However, if one try to hold on something, then one will have stagnation and exhaust. One cannot stand too long. Okay. Once one get that, that is entering into the 11th state, which is a ready state. One via the 11th state, that is already the chi flow elements, which is one phase. In the chi flow element, there's 3 states. The first state is the readiness of the chi to surface. The second state is the chi surface. The third state, one know the 12 channels, the 12 proper channels flow. How it related to the breathing. However, if one stand in the standing 站桩, like try to be still, holding and everything, it will not flow, it will stuck. Because the chi flow state or the Mandarin flow state has to depend on the body be able to flow, the circulation is smooth, and then it surfaces. And then one can play with it, or one can handle it. So this is the 4 state, 13 elements. Okay? Sorry. This is the 4 element and 13 state. One has to get to here in order to know what is Qigong or healing arts, in order to know one's body.